Now, Lil Baby's 2020 Domination, just one of those topics I have to hit on because, well, Lil Baby was 1000% hip-hop's MVP of 2020. So yeah. Let's talk about it. Now, the contrast between where Lil Baby was a year ago in January 2020 and where he's at right now, it's really big. Lil Baby was, of course, already in a great position to begin with. After all, he was one of the more poppin' names in his lane, but the rapid elevation of his entire movement when My Turn dropped at the end of February, kinda crazy. Something about the music really just clicked with people. Strictly judging from how My Turn sounds, it's very evident that he's found an extremely effective formula of how to make songs that really hit hard. Lil Baby is clearly a guy who's willing to grind to get his fair share. He's been so locked in all 2020, has managed to become a million times bigger than just a guy who got a Drake feature. Honestly, I think Lil Baby is a different breed, man. Not because the music is groundbreaking, but because of how much he's actually putting into what he has going for him. There's something about that grind spirit he exudes that's so contagious. Reminds me a little bit of Wayne when he was in his prime, you know, grinding, putting out mixtapes like crazy. But My Turn was actually the most popular album in the US according to some official data that was released the other day. Lil Baby's My Turn finishes 2020 as the most popular album of the year in the US according to MRC data. The company reports that the hip-hop star's second studio effort earned 2.6 million equivalent album units during the year, mostly driven by streaming activity of its songs. So My Turn was the most streamed album of 2020. Right here, as you can see, it says that it collected 3.9 billion streams in 2020 alone. That is insane. And just to clarify, even though it says it on the article, the most popular, the most streamed in the US, right? So anyway, continuing. And right here, here's the official list of the top 10 most streamed albums in 2020. As you can see right there, Baby is obviously number 1. He beat Taylor Swift, Pop Smoke, The Weeknd, Juice WRLD, Post Malone, Uzi, Roddy Ricch. To be fair, some of these projects were released a little bit later in the year, or even crazier, not even in 2020, but in 2019. But Lil Baby is killing it, obviously. Streaming is bigger than it's ever been, and he's one of those rappers who's really seen the benefits of that. I've briefly spoken about this in the past, but Lil Baby is one of those rappers who for a really short period of time was really only recognized by a lot of people as the guy who got a Drake feature. He definitely escaped that perception really fast though, because he just held his own ground, stood on his own 2 feet, you know, 10 toes down. He's always had that I am where I'm at because of me energy, not because of an affiliation. I think Baby has done a great job at taking advantage of what he has to offer as a rapper and just doubling, actually tripling down on it. He's one of those rappers who's really turned up the heat, okay, kept his foot on the pedal all 2020. The thing about Lil Baby is he has a very one-dimensional style, but the good thing about that is he does what he does so well. Can't nobody do Lil Baby better than Lil Baby does himself. He raps on the same kind of instrumentals, generally speaking, talks about the same topics, getting the bag, making it out, creating a dope, lavish, and, you know, fun lifestyle for himself and the people around him, staying motivated, staying inspired, money motivating him to keep on stacking, women, his past in the streets, etc. Yes, he does have a one-dimensional style. He does have a very one-dimensional pen game as well, I would say, but he approaches a lot of those, you know, topics from different angles, not in the most detailed way, but in a way where it really hits hard. Let's talk about the fact that the bigger picture is really what Lil Baby is actually capable of. Number one, we all know this, but the bigger picture was such an unexpected move because it came from Lil Baby, right? The rapper who doesn't really rap about these kinds of topics in this way, right? But did it and did it extremely well. He dropped a more than powerful record and during a time where people needed it and the shit went absolutely crazy. I think this record, man, was way bigger than just him, no pun intended, but he really put the bigger picture in the focus by dropping this one. The great thing about someone like a Lil Baby doing it, well, the youth is gonna listen because he's one of the more popular rappers out right now, but more importantly, he's in tune with the exact sound this generation of hip-hop fans actually want. So really, he killed 2 birds with 1 stone by number 1, making people listen to a song with an outstanding, timeless, essential message during a crucial time in the country, and number 2, made sure people listened by constructing a record that falls right in line with that popular sound in rap. And this is why I can't stop praising this record, man. Yeah, like the song, I think it goes hard as hell, but the way he did it, the way he made people actually listen to what he was talking about, that's way more impressive than creating a banger, which there's definitely not a lack of in the industry. Too bad he said that he won't be diving his nose in the political talk anymore. I made a video on this a couple months ago. I'll leave a link to it in the description below if you haven't seen that. Now, even though he made it clear that he won't be diving into politics again like he did on The Bigger Picture. I'm not gonna lie, man, I would love to see Lil Baby getting in his lyrical bag. I get why he doesn't want to do it though, because like he said on The Bigger Picture, I won't take a stand, but I'll take a stand for what I believe, meaning he won't take the stand so people put him on a pedestal and expect too much from him, but he's gonna make it clear like he did on a song where he stands, and we'll leave it at that. But apart from that though, what do I think is separating Baby from other rappers in a game though, and why did he actually have such a huge 2020? Number one, the entire setup for his career has been great. He's been a widely recognized name in the game since 2018, obviously was known before that, yes, but I'm more so talking about on a big platform, keep in mind. So he's had the advantage of being a familiar face in the industry, has been affiliated with someone like Thug, who's been an established name in rap for a while, dropped a really solid project that saw major success his first year in, that was Drip Harder with Gunna. Harder Than Ever was obviously dope as hell as well, but I think he just had one foot in the game at that point. Drip Harder with Gunna was most definitely the moment he made a real mark, and that's partially due to the crazy impact Drip Too Hard made. That was a really big record. So really the way he set himself up for 2020 was the most important thing if you ask me, and then as soon as My Turn dropped, it was already go mode. And then another thing is he's found the perfect formula. The formula Lil Baby has cooked up is something he could probably, if he wanted to, run with for the next 5 years, and then at the end of those 5 years maybe do a little reinvention with the same kind of style, just a little twist to it. With that being said, I really don't think that's what the next 5 are gonna look like for him though. With time, I really think Lil Baby is gonna show a lot of growth and a lot of improvement from a rapper perspective. With the kind of music Lil Baby makes though, personally I think anything he releases is automatically gonna be something worth consuming if you like what he's offering. He doesn't really need to switch up his style anytime soon unless artist development is high up on his list. He just has a highly in demand and most importantly of all, digestible style as a rapper that resonates with a lot of people, and that's why I think he's getting this kind of success. The amount of numbers Lil Baby pulled in 2020, that's not something that happens by accident at all. Contrary to popular belief, I can bet you that it takes a lot of work, more than you would think, to keep this level of consistency in terms of sound throughout the music. The point I'm trying to make is, yes, he's clearly found his pocket and for sure has the ability to keep the same level of quality in the music despite being able to release a lot of material. Not that Lil Baby has dropped multiple projects in the last year or anything like that, apart from the My Turn Deluxe that came out after the original release, that is. He's been doing a whole lot of features on top of that, dropped 2 singles in December, so he's been keeping the wave alive leading into 2021. Lil Baby was to me the undeniable MVP of 2020 in rap. If we're gonna disregard what I think for a second, numbers wise, what the digits are actually revealing, he secured that title easily, boom, just like that. It's really scary thinking about how high of a level he can actually reach. I mean, if Lil Baby can accomplish this much in just a year, how much is Lil Baby gonna accomplish in, let's say, a decade? Scary thought, in a good way of course, but very scary thought. But yeah, Lil Baby in 2020 clearly dominated, reached heights I've never seen any rapper reach in such a short amount of time. He did it though. What do you think about that? Let me know your thoughts on Lil Baby's crazy 2020 along with where you think he's headed in the future. Definitely let me know in the comment section below and let's have a discussion about this.